Open the eyes of my heart, Lord.
Hey, welcome everyone.
Open the eyes of my heart.
Last video we talked about
I want
seasons.
to
There's a season for everything, and I know y'all seen back in the jacket, in a sweater, even a little bun. Recently,
the eyes of
I've
my
been asked. People have been asking me, why haven't I seen you preach, Fred? Or why haven't you been on stage? I used to see so many flyers of you preaching. And it got me to think. And for some, in my premature stage of my relationship with God, I would get mad at God for the simple fact that, God, you used to have me out here going from place to place to place. And now you got me in a place where it feels as though I'm stagnant. It feels as though I'm not going anywhere. It feels as though I'm just stuck in one place. And I had to understand that God has me in a space where He's not only using me at the right zone, but He's ordering my steps, which is where we get today's devotional from Psalms 37, that the steps of a good man are ordered by God. If I pay attention to how many people ask me, when am I going to preach, or when is my next speaking engagements, I will go ahead of God. And if I go ahead of God, or if I step outside of the will of God, then there is no point in whatever that I'm doing where God would be glorified. Because if I preach good, if I sound good to you or to anybody else, I'm getting glory. However, if I allow God to order my steps, and I allow Him to open the eyes of not just my physical eyes, but if I allow Him to open the eyes of my heart, I know that in allowing God to order my steps, that when I place my feet, wherever I place my feet, whether it be physically or spiritually, I know that my feet will be standing on solid ground. And I just want to let you know that your steps are ordered by God. So whatever it seems, whatever it looks like you're running away or you're running faster than God, I implore you to take a moment, slow down, and allow God to order your steps. Because the Bible tells us that at the appointed time, in Isaiah 60 verse 22, at the appointed time, I, the Lord, will make it right. I, the Lord, will make it happen in its timely manner. So if we're going to talk about seasons, we've got to learn to stick to the time at hand. We've got to stay in the present time so that when God orders our steps, we don't get the glory, but He does. It may look dark, it may look frail, it may even look funny to some people, it may look desperate to some. And here's my favorite one. It may look like you're lazy to some others. But can I tell you something? That when you delight yourself in God and you allow Him to order your steps, what looks funny to others look like faith to God. What looks silly to others looks like sound-minded to God. So wherever you are, however you're feeling, I implore you to remember that the steps of a good man are ordered by God. May God keep you. May God continue to uplift you. And I pray that you remain faithful. And remember that the steps of a good man are ordered by them.